Guys, we're talking about friendships today, so buckle up. So, boom, I'm just gonna get started. I don't know if you guys know how I film these videos. The last one I filmed was love, and this time it's friendship, but I talk to the camera and I film the video, and then I just put a bunch of videos over it for fun. I don't know if you wanted to know that, but that's how I film it. Anyway, let's get into this. Friendships are hard. Like, making them is hard, and maintaining them is like even harder. Trust. Literally, take it from me. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be hard. You need to be prepared to literally put yourself out there and put in the work, because people, I feel like in kindergarten people just click. Like, obviously, because, you know, you're kids. But older is just so much harder. And I feel like that shouldn't be the case, but it is. Anyways, I'm getting off track. It's crazy because usually at first y'all talk all the time and you're basically like inseparable. Like, you're together every chance you get. You're literally attached by the hip. At least that's usually how it goes for me. 20-year-old artist in college. I just turned 20, y'all, like earlier this week. It's crazy. Just a disclaimer, I'm just a girl. Like, everything I say is not facts. These are just thoughts from my own experiences. Like, these aren't facts, they're just feels. Okay? Okay, guys. Friendships are an essential part of life. They help in shaping our experiences and providing support during both the good times and the bad times. Thankfully, throughout my life, I've been fortunate enough to have formed deep and meaningful connections and friendships that have enriched my existence in countless ways. But making friends other than those, or the ones I already had, the ones I've already made, especially in college, is kind of hard. For me, at least, because I'm a bit more reserved and quiet. And in this setting, everything is moving so fast-paced that it's kind of hard to stop and make those deep connections with people. Even if you do gain those connections with someone, they're sometimes very short-lived, especially, you know, in college. So, not all friendships are meant to last forever. I feel like that's just something that has to be mentioned right now. They're not all meant to last forever. Some friendships die, and that's perfectly fine. As we grow and change, so do our relationships with others. Sometimes differences in values, interests, or life paths can lead to the drifting apart of friends, of two people. And that's perfectly okay. It's important to remember that not all friendships are meant to stand the test of time. Some friendships serve a purpose for a period in our lives and then just naturally fade away as we evolve and grow. And that's just that, you know? While it can be sad to see those friendships come to an end, it's important to remember that, you know, that's just a natural part of life. It's important to recognize, because I feel like a lot of times you're like, oh, it's me, I'm the reason that didn't work out. No, girl, that's just life. Trust it. Take it from me, okay? I don't know if you guys are wondering, but this is the kind of lip gloss I've been using. You probably literally don't care, but I just wanted to tell you. Also, I wanted to mention in this video, don't be scared to cut people off, because, I don't know, you don't have to be friends with anybody. Like, hold on, let me put the lip gloss on. Don't be scared to cut people off, because people will make it seem like you have to be their friends. If things are going the way you want them, or if the vibe just isn't there, the connection isn't there, you don't have to be anybody's friend. And I feel like people make it seem like it's such a bad thing, like when you stop talking to them. Just because you cut somebody off or you stop talking to them, it doesn't have to mean that y'all have beef or that there's a problem between y'all. It's just not working out. And I feel like people don't really understand that. I think when people cut people off, they automatically assume like, oh, what did I do wrong, like blah blah. You didn't necessarily have to do something wrong to be cut off, you know? So don't make it seem like you have to be anybody's friend, because at the end of the day, it's never that serious, it's never that deep. So if they're treating you some kind of way, treating you the way you don't want to be treated, or if they're, you know, not respecting your boundaries, not respecting you, then I just say go ahead and cut them off. I've had to cut off my fair share of people, and it might be scary like the first few times, but it's really never that serious. Like, I don't know, maybe now that I'm in college, it's just like, you know, it's never that serious. I feel like nowadays, since college is just like so fast paced, nobody really takes it to heart. But maybe that's just where I am, where I'm from. But you can even let them know, like, hey, I'm just not here for this anymore. Like, the vibe just isn't there. You know, and it shouldn't really be that serious. It might be, you know, kind of sad not being with them all the time, because I feel like I'm with everybody all the time. So it might be kind of sad not being with them all the time, but at the end of the day, if it's not good for you and if it's not good for them, then I just say just end it, because that's a better thing for the both of y'all. But just remember, you do not have to be friends with nobody out here. Like, I don't care what anybody says, you do not have to be friends with them. So remember that, because I feel like when I was back in high school or whatever, I would stay friends and stay talking to people knowing that, like, I didn't want that anymore. So now that I left for college and I go to college somewhere else, like, we just kind of naturally drifted apart, and that's okay. Trust, that's okay. Like, naturally drifting apart, that's perfectly fine. And then there's gonna be people that, like, you're still friends with, but, like, you just can't talk as often, and that's fine too. Like, just because y'all don't talk every day doesn't mean y'all not friends. So just remember that. I feel like in high school I thought I had to be friends with everybody, and that really was not the case. I literally brainwashed myself and messed myself up with that one. But you're gonna be so much happier if you do what's best for you. Keeping them around and, you know, it's not benefiting you or making you feel like happy, good vibes, then you need to cut them off. And I'm not saying cut everybody out your life, girl. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, you know, if you don't want that anymore, if, you know, this just not your thing anymore, then cut them out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Back to regular scheduled programming. So instead of dwelling on lost friendships, we should cherish the memories and lessons learned from those relationships and be open to forming new connections with others who align more closely with our current selves. So yeah, friendships are a beautiful thing, and they can create beautiful bonds that bring you joy, support, and companionship, and bring all that into our lives. Like, it's crazy the memories you make and the connections you make with those people. How, I don't know, it's just crazy seeing how you both connect and change and literally love each other. So if you don't have them, they're literally coming. If you don't have friends, if you don't have a friend group, they're literally looking for you too. Like, all of you are looking for each other at the same time right now as we speak. So if you don't have them yet, they're coming. They're looking for you. Trust. You just kind of gotta wait. Find the right people. Find the right place. Sometimes it takes a while, and that's okay. It's okay to be alone for a little while and figure it out, especially figure yourself out. I feel like I went through a period where I didn't even know what I liked anymore. So my freshman year of college, it was kind of nice being away from my friends so that I could figure myself out, figure out what I like to do by myself, figure out my hobbies, figure out what makes me happy, what makes me sad, what foods I like, you know, try new things just by myself. So I got very comfortable with myself, and I feel like that made me more confident and making more friends at school. But sometimes it takes a while to make those connections with people, and that's okay. They're gonna find you, and you're literally gonna find them, and you're not even gonna expect it.